Hello, beach friends. Now, the first thing I would like to point out is it's really, really windy, and that's good because that helps bring the shells in. The second thing I'd like to point out is we're going to 2 islands today because 2 islands are better than 1. Now, I will be going on a shell tour with my favorite shell guide. I will tell you about her later in the video. But basically today we are going to be on a low tide, early morning beach combing adventure, and we are going to start this adventure over on Dickman's Island. This is the first island we will be going to. I will be looking for spotted shells, bright colored shells, smooth shells, glossy shells, frilly shells, beautifully patterned shells. So I'm just going to be looking for the coolest things I can find. And beach friends, today is so very special for me because I finally find the holy grail of seashells. So if you are ready to see what all is out there for us today, let's go to the beach. I don't know about premonitions and all, but I will tell you I was really excited for this particular shell tour. It had been windy for a couple of days, and I was really kind of hoping that those winds were going to help kind of kick things up. So we're starting on Dickman's Island. We are going to 2 different places, and we're going to start off with a rose petal talon. Now that's a little unusual in my opinion. I don't normally find them outside of Fort Myers Beach. So that is a little rose petal talon. Now this was cool. I've never seen one of these before. This is a green mussel. Yeah, pretty easy to identify that one with the green on the outside. The shell actually did not end up hinged. It did come apart. The inside was so pretty. So this is a worm snail. It's a Fargo worm snail. I don't care what kind of worm snail. I like them all. That one happens to have some nice color. Now the other one you might find is the Florida worm snail. Now this one is not quite as uniform. They kind of start in a nice uniform spiral and then they like flip out. So that's how I know the Florida worm snails from the other ones. Now, if you're a sheller, you know that that's an alphabet cone, and that's a pretty fantastic find right there. Color, I mean, it's a decent shell. It's not pristine, but the size is really big. It's got some nice color on there. So that's an okay looking alphabet cone. Good way to start off. Oh yeah, let's get the garbage. So as I'm walking around these islands, if I do see garbage, anything that I can carry, I pick it up and it goes in my shell bag and off the island. That is an egg cockle. And they have been popping up more and more for me. So that's kind of neat, an egg cockle. Oh, our state shell, the horse conch. Yeah, everyone's looking for horse conchs. Everyone's always looking for horse conchs, and myself included. All right, that's a little lettered olive with a broken aperture, so we're just gonna leave that. Oh, look at the sharp ribbed drill. Oh, it's tiny and cute and sharp. All right, we got a horse conch and a sharp ribbed drill. And here, I'm going to try to not identify. I'm going to try to like delay my identification of these shells to give you guys all a shot. That's a calico scallop. So see if I can not blurt out the name. Okay, this one, kind of self-explanatory if you ask me. Oh, and look at how spiky it is all the way to the back. So that is a spiny jewel box. Yeah, the spinier, the better. Oh, hello, sea star. All right, so here's the deal with these sea stars. They can survive out of water for varying amounts of time, depending on the species, environmental conditions, the individual health of the actual sea star. So typically the smaller species of sea stars can survive for a few hours out of the water, where the larger ones, they may able to be survive for several hours or even days. So I do not exactly know, although I will tell you that they've been at weird bent angles and they're still alive. So just because they're a little slow or they're just not acting, like if they're not dry, leave it at the beach or try to get it into some water and just leave that at the beach, because it might not be expired yet. And I would hate for you to remove something that could have been a viable animal. So if you're not sure, leave it at the beach. Oh dear. Yeah, the glass, I am definitely taking that off the beach. Well, hi there, true tulip. So the true tulips, I'm making sure there's nothing inside that. You always got to be careful when you're shelling by the water. So yeah, just making sure there's nothing inside that true tulip. Those get a lot bigger than the banded tulips. Those are kind of exciting, those true tulips, frankly. Oh, a melampus. A coffee melampus. Well, look at those fine stripes on that cool little shell. Neat. Neat little shell. Okay, that is a moon snail, specifically a shark eye, and beyond that, that is actually a false shark eye. There was a little divot in the back of the shell. Oh, look how pretty. So that is a true tulip. Just one of the things that really get me with the true tulips, they can be these vibrant, beautiful colors. I personally would love a big red, big cherry red one. Oh, that would be awesome. So that's a nice looking pearwalk right there. And that beaded, lovely little shell is a common nutmeg. Oh, all right, that's one. It's a shark eye with a hole in it. So we have a nutmeg and a pearwalk. These are very easy to identify. It is a lettered olive. There are different types of olives. We tend to, at least I only tend to find the lettered olives. So that is, it's still lovely though. I am not complaining. Yes, that is a cone. It is a Florida cone. And they tend, yeah, they have a rough life, those Florida cones. I'm telling you, most of the time they're just kind of knocked around. They're abused, those Florida cones. All right, so that is a true tulip. I know it can be like confusing because the true tulips also have bands on them, like the banded tulips, but well, look at you. So that is a crown conch. It almost looks albino. We're gonna check that one out at the end of the video. I don't think I gave that particular shell enough screen time. All right, look at this chubby little nutmeg. Oh, it's so cute. Well, hi there, Torrid. So I tend to find either the Sanibel or the Tampa Turrids down here. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, for whatever reason, I tend to find them in the 10,000 Islands. So we got ourselves a Tampa Turrid and a little common nutmeg. That was and that one too. Okay, it's a fig. It's a paper fig. And see that dark area on that shell? It's actually the sand on the inside of the shell. That's how thin those shells are. They're very thin. Incredible that they survive what they do. Oh, I see spots. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alphabet cone, you are beautiful. Your aperture, you'll clean up great. Oh, that's awesome. A fantastic alphabet cone. Okay, no spots, but oh, some stripes, but it was broken. And heck, you know, I have quite the variety here, so, or the abundance of shells. I don't have to take anything that, oh my goodness, so many. All right, let's check them out. That one I actually remember. That orange one is in my personal collection. That one is a beautiful, beautiful shell. Another banded tulip. Now these are all, well, okay, I should say all. Okay, so far everything I picked up there in my hand, those are banded tulips. So I'm doing a little tiptoeing through the tulips right about now. Oh, I'm so excited. And then I see it. It found me. It found me. So yeah, the first thing I said was it found me. I know my voice sounds a little bit weird there, but I couldn't believe it. It's such a cool feeling. Like you see it and you're like, what? It's right there. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that, my friends, is a junonia. Oh, and it's whole. All right, it's a little bit pitted. All right, let's take a look at the aperture. It's okay. You know, it's all right. And it's a little bit pitted, but holy cow, like the top is great. I mean, it's whole. Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. I finally got junonia. And I did what every self-respecting sheller would do when they just found a junonia. So I took it on a little photo shoot. Now, I do have to admit, it kind of does have a better side. Yeah, the aperture is not its best side. The top's okay. That is actually probably the perfect angle. So yeah, it was so exciting. And it's like weird because like, I guess I can still keep picking up shells. I mean, look at this. That's a horse conch. It's beautiful, great size, great color. Do I still get to continue to pick up things? Well, yeah, I'm here. So, okay, I got my happiness in my shell bag and I'm just going to keep looking for stuff. So here we have a 5-hole keyhole sand dollar. These are actually urchins. They're flat urchins, they're keyhole urchins. And I do tend to find them when I come to Dickman's Island. Well, Marco Island in general, and then Dickman's specifically. I have brought like my coffee can, like a big plastic container, because I expect the sand dollars to be here. And what's really funny, it's not just me. All the other people that come on the tour, they're doing the same thing. So they're going to go home with oodles of sand dollars as well. Again, assuming you had some sort of hard container, I do always have a little hard container for my little delicates, little tiny things I don't want to break. So all of these sand dollars are going to go into that delicates container. So I'm just kind of shopping. I figure, okay, well, let me just get as many as I can because the container, it's kind of a pain to open and close and open and close. So I'm just going to do my sand dollar shopping right now, kind of get it out of the way, get them into my little container, and then keep looking for other beach treasures. A sun, oop, darn it, sunray Venus clam. Sorry. So yeah, I see a shell, the name pops in my head. It's the first thing that happens, and then usually it flies out of my mouth. So I'll try to be a little more reserved as much as I try. So that's a whelk. Fruit, think pear whelk. Yes, so that is lovely pear whelk. Some nice color on there too. I didn't know if that was a crown conch, but that is a common nutmeg. Love the color on this, but wait, check out the next one. And that's just one of these things I love about these seashells. They're just so different. So that one's very, very light compared to the very dark colored one. So a pair of common nutmegs, very different from each other. Awesome. All right, here's another oh, look at that cool spike coming out the side. So even though it's very spiky, we call them spiny jewel boxes. And it's called a jewel box because when you have the top and the bottom, it kind of looks like a little bit of a box, like a jewel box. Easy scallop. We only have a few down here, so it wouldn't be too terribly difficult. But that is a calico scallop. Awesome. Oh, man, right now I'm just thinking I'm so lucky to live here. I'm so fortunate to be out here today. I can't believe there's a junonia in my shell bag. Oh, yeah. So I'm still buzzing. That's keeping me warm. But we're on this tour. There's no reason to stop or slow down. So I'm going to keep looking for seashells. Oh, one of my favorites. The gaudy nautica. All right, so this is a moon snail, but it is a colorful moon snail. And the animal is also gorgeous. Only happened to see it like maybe once or twice. It's a live animal. Another beautiful calico scallop. For me, it's so hard to believe that a gooey little creature made that and not an artist. Gorgeous. This is an urchin. So this is a short-spined sea urchin. Much taller than the flat urchin and those sand dollars. Now, you can handle it. I'm not going to. I'm leaving that critter alone. They tend to drop their shells when I pick them up, so there's nothing wrong with that animal. I'm going to leave it as it is. This one I found upside down, so this is a different critter. It's got its shells on it, and they tend to drop them when I pick them up, so I don't want that to happen. And I'm looking to see if it's moving around. Barely. It's a little cold out, so these critters are moving a little slower than normal, but that does not mean that there's anything wrong with them. They're going to hang out. They're going to wait until the tide comes in, until the sun comes up. They'll be just fine. So we have already picked up one of those, and that is a paper fig. But look at the coloring on this one. Now, I was doing a little bit of research, and apparently there's a paper fig, and then there's an Atlantic fig. But I only found the paper fig on the Sanibel website, so do we get Atlantic figs over here? I don't know. Sometimes untangling this, I'm going to leave that sand dollar, is not that easy. Finding shell information can be a little hard. Oh, look at you, apple murex. And for whatever reason, I wanted to call this one a strawberry blonde apple murex. Like a lot of the ones I pick up are like brunette. Looks like a strawberry blonde. Okay, another paper fig. Yeah, you're in pretty good shape, paper fig. So paper fig and strawberry blonde apple murex. Oh, yes. So messy, awesome. All right, sea star. We'll probably leave you right where you are. See, you're sitting in a little bit of water there. Okay, a little lightning whelk. And a juvenile fighting conch. Just a baby. Excellent. Okay, looks like I'm going to grab a couple of top snails, jujube top snails. The only top snails we get are these kind of smaller ones. Oh dear. All right, lots of beach stuff on that murex. All right, another lightning whelk here, looking all right. All right, a couple lightning whelks, some top snails. Nice variety today. Another banded tulip. Yep, not going to keep you. Oh, look at that. Alphabet cone. Yeah. Wish we had met sooner, alphabet cone. Oh. Another strawberry blonde. Apple murex. Just to be clear, that's what I'm calling it. That's not a thing. It's just what I'm calling it. That's a banded tulip. All right, Distocenia. Oh, all right. We'll get to that critter in a second. Another moon snail, shark eye moon snail. If you were thinking apple murex, you would be correct. So check out this sea star. And you can tell it's moving. Its little tube feet are moving around. But it looks all bendy and weird. It's fine. It's hanging out, waiting for the tide to come back in. I'm just gonna help you with just a little, friend. There you go. There you go. And you're right by the water's edge. You're going to be just fine. Tide will be there any second. A dark seraph with no critter. That's the hermit crabs. Love those seraphs. And anytime I'm shelling near the water, in the water, I got to be really, really careful. Now, okay, sunray Venus clam. I'm just going to blurt that out. I think that this is another golden one. I had found a golden sunray Venus clam on Fort Myers Beach. Now I'm checking the back. Is this stained in any way? No, that is what the normal reverse of the shell looks like. Oh, that's so cool. So it's just an anomaly. That shell is not supposed to be that color. It's going to go in my special shell box. And here we have, okay, this is a common nutmeg. But check this out. I know, it just looked like there was like sand and stuff in there. There is a very determined little hermit crab, not the most comfy interior. The nutmegs have this like spiral interior. This is, I think, only the second shell I've ever picked up and seen a hermit crab in a nutmeg. So give it a little moisture. There you go. So if you're shelling by the water, check your shells good. Oh, check this out. So this is a lace murex, but I swear it's like the frilliest one. So it's got its frills and then even a little pieces beyond that. Oh, that is a exquisite lace murex. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, it's beautiful. Yep, going to my special shell box. Oh, I love a good moon snail. Glossy, shiny. Oh, you're so pretty. Yep. You are a lovely shark eye. Not a false shark eye, just your regular old run-of-the-mill shark eye. So the plan here was we were getting dropped off on the north end of Dickman's. We would walk the entire island to the south end. Then we're going to get picked up and go to that island over there, which is Kais. And this is all because I shell with the coolest tour guide ever, Allie. She runs SWFL Shell Guide. She is awesome. She truly, truly cares and wants to make sure that you have a good experience and that you find the shells. So thanks to Allie, I got my junonia. Allie, you're a rock star. Thank you. That was a paper fig and another sea star. And it's fine. It's just hanging out waiting. But I'll just, there you go, friend. The water's right there. You go. Any second you'll be fine. So I'm still hunting. There's still plenty of stuff to find, but I'm still pretty thrilled about the junonia in my shell bag. Oh, look, it's its good side too. Yeah, I'm pretty thrilled. Thank you. Thank you, Dickman's. Oh, you. And these, I love the anticipation. Are you going to be gorgeous? Yes, you are. Yeah, the colorful moon snail. Oh, you're so pretty. Yeah. So that's a colorful moon snail, one of my favorites. I love finding them. I like just comparing all the different patterns. So let's see about this one. How's the coloring? Oh, yours nice. I do think the coloring on that first one might have been a little bit more spectacular, but wow. And that is also a lovely gaudy nonica. All right, I'm gonna hold on. It's 2 words. Second word is cantharus. And the first word is not tinted. So that is a ribbed cantharus. Lovely, lovely shell. Lovely, lovely day. So Dickman's, thank you. Thank you so much. And just like that, we're on Kais. So we were ready to switch locations. And at this point, this is just gravy for me. I literally am just thrilled. I'm buzzing with my junonia find. So hey, let's see what else is here. Well, I definitely have room for a little sand dollar. Blows my mind that that little delicate thing managed to make its way beyond all of those obstacles and tree stumps and still managed to land up here intact. Oh dear. Yep, let's get that garbage off the beach. So it has been a very exciting day for me, but I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you enjoy some beach time. Another lace murex? Are you going to be... Wow, actually, I was just going to say, are you going to be as lacy and fantastic as that other one? You kind of are. Are you at... I mean, beautiful pink top. I think that other one might have been a little bit lacier. I don't know. 2 on the same trip. That's pretty awesome. All right, so we know that these little chunky, fabulous shells are nutmegs. That is a great one. I had seen somebody on Instagram find like a really, really dark one. I gotta admit, I was a little jealous, so I'm happy that I'm kind of fine. I'm double checking, there's nobody home. Kind of wanted to get some of those dark, dark nutmegs. Oh, you are stunning. The shell even has a little bit of a shine to it. So that is a gorgeous alphabet cone. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, okay, got a little piece sticking out. I didn't get enough apparently. Oh, now this one was weird. Kind of an interesting shape. So it's a nutmeg, but it's like really tall. It's not like a little squat thing. Look at that. So another little anomaly, right? They're different colors, different shapes. A very cool common nutmeg. Now, if you do end up coming on a tour like this, I really cannot stress enough to wear good shoes. Normally, I tell people to buy these shoes. I get them on Amazon. They're cheap, they're fine, they die, I buy new ones. Sand will still get in your shoes, but they do protect your feet so that you can walk on top of those shell piles. Now, when I come to Keist, I do bring my heavier duty water shoes. These are what they look like. I will leave a link in the description box below. You still need to wear socks with them. Otherwise, I have found that the shoes will rub the skin right off my feet, and that's unpleasant. But they are sturdier than kind of those flimsy ones. So depending on where I go, I will kind of change up my footwear. And I do have links to all this in the description box below. Okay, another nutmeg, another dark, glorious, beautiful, beaded. All right, we're gonna wash that off. But let's see, is there anything else here? All right. Oh, that's a nice looking scallop with a matching barnacle. All right, now it's gotta get washed off too. So let's see what those look. Sans sand. Oh, very nice. So that is another calico scallop. And oh, another common nutmeg. Oh, it's so awesome. It's almost black in certain areas. Oh, that's awesome. A common nutmeg and a calico scallop. Now this, I need some help with. I think that is a broad paper cockle versus a spiny paper cockle. So that's what I think it is. It's really hard with some of these shells if they're not in great condition. Like this one, I mean, it's covered in barnacles and all that. I will keep that because I can clean up just fine. What do you think? Maybe a broad paper cockle? Maybe? What a day. I was excited to come out. Did I have a premonition? I don't know. But man, I just had myself so much fun. But my tour is coming to a close. So this will be the last treasure that I'm going to take from these islands. But holy cow, the memories, the experience, this was an absolutely incredible day. Now, in addition to seashells, I do remove that garbage today. It added up to 2.8 ounces. So in total, I've removed a little over 43 pounds of garbage from the beach. Right now, let's take a look at some of the other things I took off the beach. Yeah, like that. I'm still buzzing, seriously though. All of the different things I took off the beach look like this. We'll start with the calico scallops there on the bottom. We do have some lettered olives on top of that, some lace murex, the colorful moon snails on top, the spiny jewel box below. We have some true tulips. I think that's an albino. We'll talk about that in a second, that crown conch. We have some horse conchs, banded tulips. We do have a spotted slipper snail there, the rib cantharus, the white Atlantic similes, a whole bunch of those tiny shells, some more yellow or golden sunray Venus clam, some of those sand dollars. Looks like yellow prickly cockles, top snails, an egg cockle, angel wings, worm snails, one auger up there. Let's see, some paper figs, the moon snails, the green mussels, which was really cool, calico clams, lightning whelks, all of those nutmegs, which were super cool. And there were some of those apple murex, the pear whelks. I don't think I mentioned those. And it was kind of hard to pick favorites. There were so many. So there was the alphabet cones, the lacy lace murex, the broad paper cockle. There was a periwinkle, the Tampa turrid. But friends, that junonia, also known as a jay, Yeah, that stole my heart, stole the show. What a thrilling day. Now, there was one shell, I actually don't think I gave it enough attention. I think this is an albinistic or like a piebald leucism might be going on here. So I don't think it's like a true albino shell, but it's in pretty good condition and lacking a lot of color. So I just think that that's really neat too. Wanted to take another quick peek at that shell. Patreons, thank you so very much for having faith in me and supporting me and letting me go off and do my wacky things. Thank you. Thank you so much. And everybody else who comes along and watches and leaves comments, thank you. Next week is actually going to be really fun too. I hit Fort Myers Beach at low tide. It was awesome. So we're going to see that next week. So until then, I hope you have yourself a great week, and I will see you again next Sunday.